On today's new challenger, we're looking at Yomi Hustle.
FBI, open up!
Wait, no, Mr. Serlin, I'm sorry. On today's new challenger, we're looking at
Your only move is
Hustle, colloquially known as Yomi Hustle, which has been endearingly labeled as a turn-based fighting game. Somewhere between a tool assist and a rollback simulator,
Your only move is
Hustle deconstructs everything we know about fighting games down to the individual frame. Suffice to say, this is probably the single nerdiest way I've ever played a fighting game, and I think it's genius. The presentation of Hustle is somewhat minimalist, with stick figures and pixels representing your characters and attacks, and no background to speak of. While I would be more receptive to a more distinct art style, I also feel like this current aesthetic is an homage to stick figure fight videos that were popular on the internet many years ago and are still active today. Stick fighting communities like Hyun's Dojo continue to make these amazingly choreographed fight videos with increasingly more complex styles and animations. And it turns out they also have an indie fighting game that I should maybe check out and feature on this show. As of this writing, there are 3 playable characters in Hustle: the ninja, the cowboy, and the wizard. Far from just being basic archetypes, each character has a whole buffet of moves and abilities. The ninja can string together its hand-to-hand moves and use its mobility, tools, and powers to rush down and overwhelm their opponent. The cowboy dominates the mid-range with its sword, pistol, and lasso, using teleports to reposition with instantaneous precision. The wizard commands wide spaces with a plethora of spells and projectiles to cover any and every angle. These characters might be fairly standard in any fast-paced fighting game, but in Hustle, where every move is frame perfect, these characters explode into motion with offense, jukes, and resets that happen in fractions of a second. And with open mod support, the possibilities for what can be done in this game are endless. It's got the same energy as watching a TAS choreographed fight, since it kinda is. There are 2 ways to play Hustle: multiplayer and single player. I regard these 2 modes as different styles of play because I think they embody different challenges. Multiplayer Hustle is like playing fighting game chess. On any active frame, you have several seconds to decide which possible action to take out of your entire move list. Hustle then simulates the outcome of the chosen actions and freezes again the next time a player becomes active. For the attacking player, this means choosing which attack to follow up with and keep your combo going. But for the defending player, this means using DI, directional influence, to maneuver away from the attacker's next attack, creating a turn-based guessing game where the attacker must anticipate where the defender is attempting to escape to. When the fight eventually reaches its conclusion and one player is KO'd, the whole fight is then played back in real time using every move the players had input at blistering speed. Single-player Hustle is my personal favorite way to play, where you have full control to coordinate a combo sequence of your own making. One of my favorite things to do in any fighting game is to lab out cool combos for hours on end because it lets me do the really cool thing without any risk of losing. To borrow the words of a friend, Hustle goes beyond being a combo lab. Hustle is combo engineering. Without direct opposition, Hustle becomes a puzzle game. The puzzle is, how do I keep this combo going? And it gets more and more challenging as damage scaling, meter scaling, and pushback scaling make it harder and harder to keep up. What I think is really special about Hustle is that it opens up a new way to enjoy fighting games that is purely constructive. Fighting games are competitive by design, and that much will likely never change, but the single-player aspect of Hustle seems catered towards people like me, who want to recreate the beauty and artistry of combat, and would be more than happy with a platform to do that on my own. This is technically true in other character action games like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, where you have the freedom to string together stylish combos in a PvE environment, and I do love those games too. But Hustle offers a degree of specificity and precision that gives me the absolute control to craft combat in the exact way I want. But I also understand that this might not appeal to everyone. Not everyone will have fun with what is essentially a fighting game video editor. Much like those stick figure fight videos, Hustle gives me the joy of just creating something cool, not for the challenge of competition and not for the challenge of execution, but just to see it.
Slap! Yo, you wanna learn how to infinite? Let's start this off right! Keep the rhythm up! Now go diagonal! Let's see it again! Ow, 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 ow! Oh!
That's all for this installment of New Challenger. Let me know in the comments if you've tried Your Only Move is Hustle, or if there are any other indie games you'd like me to cover. And hey, if you've got your own indie game in the works, why not send a beta in my way and I'll give it a look. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more content from Sugar Punch. Our channel is supported on Patreon, so be sure to check it out for access to exclusive polls and early access to future videos. I'm ABI, and I'll see you next time.